Okay, guys. When we talk about spending a night, Friday evening, 11 p.m., that's the time where the dance club and everything happens, the action happens. Now, when you are in a big city, you already know the kind of people that are coming. It's all immigrants, hardened people, emotionless people, and things like that. When you go for a small city, the nightclub scene is down, so the normal bar scene is up. Now, um, some of the learnings that you get about approaching in group, approaching with men. Uh, so we know that when there are four girls, you have to open all of them and talk to all of them. Uh, and you see that the drunkard people can open the girl much nicely and bother them, and then everybody can do the opening. Uh, and the other people cannot do that. So that's one aspect. The other aspect is uh, when they come out with all their makeup and very nicely, they want to get big, they want to get approached, and there's a theory of last dick standing, which I'm given by Todd. So that theory also remains on the Friday night. Because a lot of men don't have to get up early on the Saturday, so they are expected or they can take the girl out. The other thing is, the approach. It's if it's four, you already know that. If it's two, you already know that you have to talk to both of them. If it's 2 plus 2, then it's tricky. If it's 1 plus 1, then you can tell somebody that, excuse me, I just observed you guys, and I think you have a very beautiful girlfriend. You got a very nice team. She looks very, very nice. You got a very good team. So you can say that Tom Pereira says, tell that you're not wanting to talk to her, you're just talking to the man. So avoid the word beautiful, cute, or any kind of crazy innuendo when you talk to the man. You can say that you have a very nice girlfriend. I think you are very good too. And when you do that, that can open up the other girls that you want to approach. The other idea that we know is approach the girls that shows the highest IOI, even if it's the bartender or somebody. We are not letting them speak about their topics, so that is one thing that is a problem, because you have to let her speak. You don't have to give the interview. You must be grading her. She must be not grading you. You should be the selector. You should be the one who is judging. So that's how it should work. So you know how to do it with 4. You know how to do it with 10. The other part is that if a man is already playing game on the girl, how to approach them. I have not made a series on that, but if you know that the man is not a boyfriend and he's playing game on her, then how to approach and how to handle with AMOGs. Now this is a very interesting thing, because things can turn out ugly, bad, and impolite when you deal with AMOGs. So there would be a separate series on that, but this AMOG thing is another situation. So there are like 5 situations that I've talked about. The first is 4 girls, 2 girls. The girls are never by a single, they're never on their by own. So 4, 3, 2, something like that. You have to handle them in a different manner. The age group, whether they're a student or they're working at a job, based on that. The location, whether it's New York City or whether it's a small town. And then 3 girls, 2 men, or something like that. Most of the time they have their college friends, which are not their boyfriend. Then you have to approach the whole group. And then talk to the whole group. Now, I have not made video on two things. One is, what if there are 2 plus 2 or 3 plus 3, which is 2 men and 2 girls, 3 men and 3 girls, because that's when you want to try to isolate the girl. It's going to be a bad thing. Now, there are different ways about it. Todd talked a little bit about that, but I got some nice demonstration from Tusk. So Tusk, take the permission and isolate the girl and say, can I talk to her for a moment? You guys look very good, and you're complimenting both of them, and then you can talk to one of them and isolate her. So the other thing that they always talk about is that girls don't want to look slutty. They still want to show that men are hitting them, but they don't want to look as if they're going to go out with the man immediately. So they don't do that. So when it's 2 plus 2, one of the approach that is being talked about is handling the situation where you just call, can I talk to... The problem with 2 plus 2 is that when you run the game, and if it's only girls, then the men are going to find out what's happening and you're running the game. So in that situation, there is no chance to isolate a girl or something like that. So that thing goes off the table. When it's just girls, whether it's 2, 3, 4, then you can still take them as a group, as a single girl, and then handle them. In fact, extending to that point, when there are 2 girls and 2 men, then you have to say that, hey, you guys have very beautiful girlfriends. I would guess that she's yours and the other one is yours, or something like that. So yes, you can do that. You can play with that. That should work. And 2 plus 2 would be like that. If somebody is playing game, that scenario is synonymous with some client and worker relation at a strip club, where she's trying to sell the man something, so the man is wanting to talk. So it would be the same ways. If somebody's playing game and it's one-on-one, that can I talk to her for a moment, and the man would get mad, and you can say that you look very nice, I saw you from over there. When you have a moment, come and see me over there. I mean, this might work, this might not work. A lot of time I have seen that it is actually working. It is actually working when you tell that I'm going to hit you back, or remind me to hit you back. Now, bartenders have given you weird reaction. At least you are trying that. Yesterday and day before yesterday with the cases, bartenders are giving you crazy reaction, and you're okay with that. Okay, they give you this like very mad looks. You're trying to hit on me, really. If you're not taking an order, I'm not talking with you. In fact, if somebody is not working there as a dancer or something, then they become a nice deal to talk and get their number from. So that is always an option. So I'll be reminded, the bartender game should be on. The girl with the highest IOI should be on. And then when you you start the approach, there would be scenarios where it would be either it's only girls, it's a mix. Never ever you're going to find a single girl, so you have to play the game with two girls. The idea is the girl that likes you, you have to quickly find that out, and you have to make her your friend. You have to friend zone yourself, in other words, by being too nice with her. Too nice with her. If you're too nice with her, if she likes you as a friend or something like that, if you're not playing game with her, she cannot stop her friend. And psychologically, when you ask her, can I talk to your friend for a moment? Can I take away your friend? And then you can buy them a drink or something. Buying the drink is a bad idea. They take the drink and run away. That has happened all the time. I would say 10 out of 10 times, the memory goes, when I did that social experiment. So it's a bad idea to buy somebody a drink. It's a good idea to buy a drink yourself. You have been thinking about this, but it's not work. So buying a $6 drink or $8 drink to somebody to keep them engaged. That does not work. So coming back to the idea, coming back to the idea about how you're going to approach them and doing what is right and avoiding any escapist ideas. I know you have an enticement to see naked girls. I mean, why do people watch FTV? Why do people watch porn? They have this idea about watching naked girls, touching their boobs, touching their ass. These are enticements. These are addictions. These are things that you should not be doing. These are things that prove that you don't have control over your senses. So you're going to only play a legit game. You can, and as far as the thing where you would say that you do this to build your confidence to get smoother, I don't buy that idea. There is no new thing left. Of course, if you want to go at some place for once, I could understand that, but going to some place again and again. Once you know everybody at the bar, the security guys, the bartenders and everything, there is no challenge. You have to do the unknown stuff. So you have to only do things that gives you challenge and the unknown stuff. So you have to keep waiting for the unknown stuff and do the unknown stuff. If you go to a place second or the third time, they already know what is happening. They already know, and Tom Torero always tells that they already know that you're going to pick up girls there, so you need not worry about that. You don't need to worry about what somebody will think about you, and it takes some time after you become numb to this kind of ideas. What would the security guard think about me? What would the bartender think about me? What would the bar manager think about me? How is that going to affect everything? So you have to do what is right 100 out of 100 times. You don't need to do anything that you think is a bad idea. And then your approach should be too close to, you don't need to wait. You have all the skills. Girls have this cat moment where they bring them inside your hitting zone. If they do that, a lot of time you have to play it like a game where your target and the highest IOI girl should be around, so that your target listens to what you're talking with the highest IOI girl. so that she knows that you can talk, because your target does not know whether you like her or not, and girls have this anxiety. If you get an IOI from a black girl and you feel more confident with the black girl, although they are more masculine and more loud and all those kind of stuff, but you feel more confident in approaching them, you can approach them and talk to them. So your target does not know you like her or not. Maybe you are into black girls. Who knows? You have to let the insecurities come in. You have to make them wonder, so that after some time, they would give up. So the idea still remains: is go to the same place. You understand the equations. You understand how things are happening. After you get tired, then you can go on. Even after you get tired, going to see naked girls or like taking the easy route is hard. And even I would say that prostitution is hard. If you want to get a prostitute, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of wedding. You cannot just go anywhere. You might get robbed. A lot of times you don't feel sexual arousal with the prostitute, and they want to go back in an hour. Sometimes you don't feel arousal immediately, and you need to sleep to get the morning arousal. So prostitution is also tricky. It's not that simple. If you think that the easiest way is to go to the go-go bar and waste your money, or the stairway club and waste your money if you're not picking anybody from there. And a lot of time they are the hardest girl to pick, the hardest. So the idea still remains that try the legit game, and see how it goes. And if you get a loose ball, then you have to talk. As far as a few hours ago, when I was there at a party, and if there are two white girls and two black girls, you can approach. I approached the two black girls. One of the white girls already knew me, and she already demonstrated lower value, and she's like rude. So the other case, I should have approached the other girl. The other white girl, I did not, although she came into my zone, but I was like toying with her by talking to the other girls in her proximity, so that she think that I am not into her. I'm going to use my tricks to handle that situation the next time. I don't want to do it the first time. I can do it the next time. So other than that, I think the entire game is set. It should become in a way where once you are thrown into the scenario, you should be able to handle it. So once you are thrown into the scenario, you should be able to handle it no matter what.